To allow a ZOS image to participate in a Sysplex, certain parameter values of sys1.parmlib members are used as input during ZOS image initialization. The following parameters in the EASysXX parmlib member are required for a ZOS image to participate in a Sysplex. Sysname specifies the name to be used to identify the ZOS image. The name must be unique within the Sysplex. Plex CFG specifies the Sysplex configuration into which the ZOS image is allowed to IPL. The Sysplex mode can only be changed at IPL. Cobel. This parameter identifies the Cobel XX parmlib member that describes the Sysplex environment for the initializing system. The Plex CFG parameter in the EASysXX parmlib member specifies the configuration into which the ZOS image is allowed to IPL. XCF local. Sysplex consists of only one ZOS image. XCF does not provide signaling services between members on different ZOS images. No Sysplex Cobel datasets or inter-system connections are required. Monoplex. ZOS image runs as a single system Sysplex. XCF does not provide signaling services between members on different ZOS images. The Sysplex Cobel dataset is required. Multi-system applications on the ZOS image may use some additional XCF services that are not allowed in XCF local mode. XCF does not allow other ZOS images to enter the Sysplex. When a ZOS image IPLs into a single system Sysplex, no other ZOS image is allowed to join the Sysplex. Multisystem. Sysplex consists of only one or more ZOS images that reside on one or more processors. ZOS images with the same Sysplex name can enter the Sysplex. All ZOS images in the Sysplex must use the same Sysplex Cobel dataset. Any. Sysplex mode is determined from the Sysplex Cobel dataset, if it exists. If the dataset does not exist, the mode is set to XCF local. Cobel XX of parmlib defines the cross-system coupling environment for the system. There must be a Cobel XX member specified for each ZOS image that is to be IPL into a Sysplex. If no Cobel XX member is specified at IPL, XCF uses the default member Cobel 00, which defines a XCF local mode system. The Cobel statement describes the Sysplex that the ZOS image is to be IPL into. If the ZOS image is to join a multisystem Sysplex, the following parameters must be identical for each image that is to join the same Sysplex. Sysplex identifies the Sysplex to the IPLing image wishes to join. pCobel identifies the Sysplex Cobel dataset that is to be used as the primary dataset. The Sysplex Cobel dataset is used by XCF to maintain information about the systems in the Sysplex as well as the XCF groups and members that are defined. The dataset that is identified must have been previously formatted as a Cobel dataset and must reside on a DAS volume. If no primary Sysplex Cobel dataset is specified, XCF initializes in XCF local mode. ACobel identifies the Sysplex Cobel dataset that is to be used as the alternate dataset. The dataset that is identified must have been previously formatted as a Sysplex Cobel dataset. An alternate Cobel dataset is not required to IPL the ZOS image into a multi-system Sysplex. An alternate Cobel dataset is recommended so that there is no single point of failure in the Sysplex. XCF maintains the same information in both coupled datasets. If there is a problem with the primary dataset, XCF automatically switches to the alternate coupled dataset. The pathing statements define the signaling paths that should be used for inbound message traffic. More than one pathing statement may be specified. There must be at least one inbound signaling path from every other ZOS image in the Sysplex to this image. Signaling paths are not required if the image is to be IPL in XCF local mode or as a single system Sysplex. The path out statements define the signaling paths that should be used for outbound message traffic. More than one path out statement may be specified. There must be at least one outbound signaling path from this image to every other ZOS image in the Sysplex. Signaling paths are not required if the image is to be IPL in XCF local mode or as a single system Sysplex. When a Sysplex contains only one ZOS image, it may operate in XCF local mode, which is the default. A Sysplex containing only one ZOS image may also operate in monoplex or single system Sysplex mode. A single system Sysplex requires a Sysplex coupled dataset. Two or more ZOS images initialize into the same Sysplex operate in multi-system mode. The systems must be time synchronized, have signal paths to all other ZOS images in the Sysplex, share the same Sysplex coupled dataset. XCF stores Sysplex control information in this dataset. The Sysplex coupled dataset is not required in XCF local mode. In addition to the Sysplex coupled datasets, where XCF stores Sysplex control information, ZOS supports other types of coupled datasets. The datasets are used to manage Sysplex functions requiring policies. There are services that require a policy containing one of these coupled datasets. Coupling Facility Resource Management defines the coupling facilities to be accessed by the Sysplex. Sysplex Failure Management defines the recovery procedures for certain Sysplex failures. Workload Management defines the goals for managing workload balancing and resource distribution to competing work in the Sysplex. Automatic Reconfiguration Manager defines the policy for how the processor starts for static tasks and batch jobs that are registered as elements of the Automatic Restart Manager. System Logger defines, updates, or deletes structures or log streams in the coupling facility. These datasets are optional unless an installation plans to exploit the service. These datasets contain the policies for the respective service. The policies are the set of rules defined by the installation for controlling the service within the Sysplex.